Meet David James, aka DJ, a loving father, husband, and a retired veteran who served his country for 20 years. His time in the Air Force kept him away from his family and his daughter Danielle through most of her childhood. But by September 26, 2010, he was finally home, enjoying the simple pleasures by playing basketball with Danielle at the local courts. Spencer, a 14-year-old boy, approached TJ, asking if he could skate on the other side of the court. TJ said that was no issue. Unfortunately, this is where things took a dark turn. Trevor Dooley emerged from his house, screaming at Spencer, demanding that he stop skateboarding on the basketball courts. DJ intervened and calmly asked Dooley where the signs were that prohibited skateboarding on the basketball courts. Dooley charged across the street, lifting his shirt, revealing a gun. DJ, a father and a retired vet, saw a threat and attempted to neutralize it. During the scuffle, Dooley shot DJ, causing him to collapse under a nearby tree. A couple nearby playing tennis rushed over and grabbed Danielle and shielded her behind a car. She watched in horror as her father's life slipped away after only playing basketball with him just a moment ago. When paramedics arrived, they initially went to Dooley as he was covered in DJ's blood. He frantically started claiming that it was self defense and DJ attacked him. Danielle can be heard nearby screaming, "Why are you not helping my daddy?" A detective testified in court that those words still haunt him to this day. The witnesses knew what they saw. DJ was not the aggressor, and the story that Dooley was spinning was simply not adding up. In fact, the tennis couple nearby later testified that they never saw DJ even attack Dooley. And photos taken of Dooley at the scene do not show any evidence of injuries that he claimed that he sustained. The very next day, he went back to driving a school bus. It took a parent to file a complaint until he was relieved of his duties. Why no one was questioning whether or not it was appropriate for him to be driving a school bus is beyond me. In court, Dooley's wife even testified that he wore a gun daily, which raises even further concerns whether or not he brought that gun onto the school bus. Unfortunately, it was never investigated further. The trial began in November of 2012. Judge Ashley Moody, the current Attorney General for Florida, was presiding over the case. Dooley maintained that DJ attacked him and he was simply defending himself, and that he sustained injuries hindering his ability to walk. Prosecutors asked Dooley to recreate DJ choking him, and as you can see here, he wasn't very convincing. One thing that really stuck with me during the trial was whenever Dooley was testifying, he said that he had PTSD from listening to DJ gurgle as he passed away in front of Danielle. And to make matters worse, they brought her up to the stand at only 10 years old. They attempted to use her testimony to strengthen their own defense. However, as you can imagine, due to the tragic events, Danielle was unable to recall the day correctly, and mentioned to me even to this day it is still a blur, though it does not make it hurt any less. The defense even went on to falsely claim that his daughter rode Dooley's school bus, which was quickly disproven. As I mentioned, the case started in November, but unfortunately, sentencing did not take place until February, allowing Dooley to spend the holidays with his family, while Danielle and her family spent another without. In February 2013, the jury found him guilty of manslaughter with a weapon, and he was given an 8-year sentence. He immediately began filing appeals and started serving his time in November of 2014, where he served less than 2 years and was released in February of 2016 after his appeal was approved that the jury's instructions about the stand your ground law were unclear, granting him a new trial. As time went on, the legal system dragged their feet, and in 2021, rather than face a new trial, he faced Danielle and her family once again, who ultimately wanted some closure and came to an agreement of a plea deal for Dooley. He was served 3 years probation on top of the additional 2 years that he already served, and his probation will be finished this year. Danielle, now 22, bought her own house, her own car, and is looking to join the Air Force, following in her father's footsteps. Your strength and loss is profound, and your father would be very proud of you. And to Spencer, I've heard to this day you still carry the guilt, blaming yourself. Well, we all want you to know that this was not the case. Dooley made the ultimate decision to pull the trigger. Although Dooley remains free, and the justice system has failed DJ, his strength lives on through Danielle, her family, and those that know the truth. As you move forward in life, Danielle, carry his legacy with you, proving that a hero spirit never dies.